Hi Student Success Seminar class. Welcome to Spring 2025 semester. I am your instructor, Dr. Linda Remark. I like to start off every semester with just an overview of the course so you can start to get just accustomed to the navigation and get familiar with the different parts of the Blackboard course. So those of you who are brand new to online learning, to Stark State in particular, you would have already had to take the Succeeding Online Orientation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that means that you're accessing this video from a link I sent in your email. So if you have not taken that Succeeding Online Orientation course, and you'll know because when you get into Blackboard and you click on courses and you go to our class, you will not even be able to get to this screen right here. It'll stop and say you need to complete your orientation class. So it is a several module orientation, just what it sounds like, walking you through how to use Blackboard, some different features, just making sure that you're ready to be successful for the semester. So if you've already taken that, or if you're viewing this from inside the course in Blackboard, you're set. So this is just going to, again, walk you through some things. Just make sure that you're comfortable and ready to get things started with our semester. So first off, whenever you log in, you're going to be here at the Start Here section. You're probably going to use this page less and less as the weeks go on, but for the first couple weeks, you'll probably reference it quite frequently. So the first couple things are just a welcome, like an overview of the course. Here is the master syllabus. It's going to open up into a Microsoft Word, and master syllabus simply just means that this is like a kind of like a generic syllabus. It covers everyone taking this course. So it's not specific to those of you in here. It's very general. We have 6 learning outcomes that are hit in this course. These are the course objectives. This means the things that will be completed throughout the 16 weeks in this class. Some different policies the college has and where to find them in our procedure and policies manual. Information on disability services. So if you had an IEP or a 504 in high school or any other academic need, this is the office that would help you with that. Computer usage and some different student success resources. And so one of the things that this class helps you do is get familiar with the different resources that could be helpful to you as a student. I also like to show students in this video that if you go to the Stark State homepage, just starkstate.edu, up at the top here, you can go to info for current students, and this is going to have a list of those resources that are basically in this Word format right here. But these are clickable. You can go in if you needed to know more about the Testing Center, or if you want to know more about the Math Learning Center. So they have more information there, how to get a hold of them, some hours. Some of this is going to be updated because I'm recording this in December and our semester obviously starts in January. So some of this might be updated between now and then, but this is a great place to go. And in some of our weekly lessons or materials folders, some of these resources will be highlighted. For instance, we will talk about career services. We will talk about like Gateway and where to find some information specific to your program plan, or talk about student clubs. So some of these are already talked about within our course. Others, they're not talked about, but I want to make sure you know where this information is so that you can continue to use that. All right, so from here on the lessons area, Start Here area, getting ahead of myself. That's the master. The course is going to open up into a PDF. You can also download it. I always like to tell my online students to go ahead and at the very least print the calendar, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But there are 2 classes in here, which is why you're going to see approximately like 55 students interacting within the discussion boards. So here's again my name, Dr. Remark. These are my office hours. You can expect me to be able to like answer emails pretty quickly in that time period. I do like to answer emails as quickly as possible anyway, but that's when I'm in my office. Here's my email address or Blackboard course messages, which I'll show you here as well. We do have a textbook in here. It's kind of misleading because it's an online textbook, but it is free and it is available inside Blackboard, and I'll show you that here in a moment as well. This is a normal ABCDF class. Here are some general class policies. Attendance is required. I know that sounds funny because this is an online class, but You do need to check in every week. This is not just, I'm going to work at my own pace, 5 weeks at a time. It is work at your own pace, but within the confines of a particular week. So on weeks where you have a discussion post, and I'll talk about those more here in just a little bit. And weeks you have a discussion post, you have to post by Wednesday to get 100% attendance. Let's say you forget to post on Wednesday and you post on Friday. You will still get 50% attendance. So even if you miss your Wednesday attendance point, don't just not post, because you can still get partial attendance. But you also, in a way, get graded twice for your discussion forums, once on attendance, and then the second on, did you follow the directions? Did you respond to the actual prompt? And then there are weeks where there are not discussion forums, and so you just have to make sure that you submit everything by Sunday. And if you don't submit everything, you might only get partial attendance. You need to get a 70% on your overall attendance grade to pass, because anything below that, you're not going to really be able to have that passing grade of a D. All right, from here, this is just other information about course materials and withdrawal dates, how to withdraw. We are in a 16-week course, which means you have until April 14th to withdraw, and then after that, it stays on your transcript no matter what. If you're a College Credit Plus student, there is a link for you if you need more information there. Okay, so here is where I would say print this one out. If you don't print anything else out, maybe just print the calendar, just so you can kind of keep up with everything. You can see it's broken down by week, and I want to point out, I know it's so early, but week 16 ends on a Friday. You're going to see all these other weeks ends on a Sunday. Typically, we have a Monday opening and then a Sunday night closing. The very last week of the semester closes on a Friday. I know we are way far off from that, but I like to plant that seed now. So you're going to see that in weeks where there's a discussion forum, I have it in red where you have to post by Wednesday and respond to classmates by Sunday, and then everything else is due by Sunday, any other assignments. So I do have that plugged in there. You're going to hopefully reference this a few times throughout your time in the course. All right, so back at the start here, underneath there, this is just a course video tour that the East Arc State put on. It's about 5.5 minutes. You're welcome to watch that as well to help you get familiarized. It's a couple years old now, but the features still fit. Here's just a general welcome from myself. You can see just a little bit about myself here. I have been teaching here for a long time. I've been here about 15 years. I teach this class. I teach critical analysis. I teach college and career success, online, face-to-face. I do have 3 kids. I have several degrees from different places around the state. So just kind of letting you know who you're stuck with here for the next 16 weeks. All right, underneath there, the rest of these are just basically resources that you can use. Here is our textbook. So when you go to the textbook, you click right here, and it's going to take you to this. It's not as visually exciting as the previous textbook, but it is very easy to navigate, and I'll go through that a little bit more. You are always welcome to open that in a different window as well. Here are some more resources, expectations. It just kind of goes through expectations, discussion forums. Here's more information about my office hours. You can make an appointment, Zoom, face-to-face, whatever is best for you. And again, other things down here, grade determination, policies, procedures, things that you might just need as a student. But as I mentioned, as you go through the semester, you'll probably use those less and less. All right, where you're going to spend most of your time is here in this lessons area. And so right here, right off the bat, you have Computer Bear Basics, that's the flyer real quickly. So either you or anyone else you might know who might benefit from this. If you need any kind of assistance with, you can see right here, Blackboard, new student orientation, if you're taking a computer course, navigating, email, internet, sometimes students will go in there maybe just because they need a little freshen up on PowerPoint or Word or Excel, like the Microsoft Office suites. So that is there in case you need that. Underneath here, I keep going because some of this is hidden for me right now. Here are some discussion boards that are going to be open all semester long, and I'm going to show you how to post in these because you will eventually need them for week 1. So Muddy Point is if you had a question that you're just like, I don't know what's going on, I'm going to ask this. Anyone can answer your question. How you post is you click on the name of the forum, which I just did, go to create thread, your subject, whatever it might be, and then plug your question in there and hit submit. So again, think of this as raising your hand in class and you're trying to ask a question that myself or any classmate can answer. Whenever you want to answer someone's, you just simply click on the name of their thread, read it, and then hit reply. And you can post your response right there and hit submit. I will say that if you have a question that is specific to your grade, something that you want to know very specific about an assignment you're working on, go ahead and course message me and I'll walk you through that in just a minute. So that'll be open all semester long. The student lounge will also be open all semester long. And if you want to think of the student lounge as just a really informal place that you can communicate with your classmates, share information about yourself, like did you see a good movie, a good restaurant, anything like that. Just really informal, all semester long open there. All right, here's another link to the textbook. So you click on it here, and this one opens up into its own tab. So here you can see this table of contents. Go all the way down through. Whenever we are at a certain chapter inside the folders, it'll link you right to that chapter. But let's say we're in chapter 2. Click on it. What's really nice about this is, first of all, it's free, but also it's really easy to navigate. Like you're literally just scrolling up and down. This is the whole chapter, like on one page. I know it's a lot at one time, but you're just scrolling up and down and then just next chapter and like kind of moving through. You can go back to the table of contents. You can also go to very specific pieces of each chapter. I always like to tell my online students that even though there's a lot of information and we will talk about all of these chapters and quote unquote lecture them, not everyone in here is going to need everything in this class. We're being realistic. Some of you are still in high school. Some of you have already been in the career field. Maybe you're coming back for a second career. Whatever the case is, you're all at different points. And so it doesn't make sense that everyone needs the same thing, in general in life. But you could be in chapter 2 and be like, man, I know a lot about, reaching goals, whatever, but I really need to work on time management. So I would recommend that you kind of focus in when it's time for those particular topics or chapters on what you could benefit most from. I don't expect you to read this book word for word. I do expect you to maybe just pay attention to the areas that would be most beneficial and the best use of your time. And I'll kind of reiterate that throughout the semester as well. So there's that textbook access. So something else you need to know is before you even see week 1, which you can see right here, all the weeks are listed here. Once I start working in the course, you're also going to see folders right above each week that say week 1 videos, and I'll explain that in a few minutes as well. But before you can even see week 1, you have to take this required syllabus quiz. So this goes back to that syllabus. You could always pull it up, print it out, click back and forth. It's just 10 questions, true, false, multiple choice type of thing. That's really going to make sure that you have spent some time, see like true, false, really making sure that you understand the components of the class and that you are going to know the expectations. If you do not get a 100% on that syllabus quiz, week 1 will not open. So before you kind of message me and say, I can't get into week 1, make sure you got a 100% on the syllabus quiz. All right, something else I want to point out is the student services assignment. So throughout the course, you have to attend a workshop, and you will see that there is a financial literacy workshop and a note-taking workshop that are embedded in your weekly assignments. For instance, like in week 3, we start talking about note-taking, and then that leads to week 4 where there is a note-taking workshop. That's a required workshop that everyone has to attend. So you cannot use the financial literacy or the note-taking workshop as part of this. You have to attend, and as soon as spring is updated, I will walk you through this a little bit more in detail, but you have to attend a workshop between now and the end of the semester. And all of these, including financial literacy and note-taking workshops, have flexibility. You can attend them in person. There are Zoom offerings, there are day and evening offerings, so there's lots of flexibility there. So for this assignment, I will show you when it's time. I'll embed a specific video. It'll be like a 4-minute video that talks just about this workshop, and it'll go through how to register and all the options. You will have to attend one between January and the end of April, so plenty of time. It'll be Zoom, face-to-face, Akron, Maine, day, evening, morning. Again, lots of possibilities, but I like to tell students now you have to do this between the beginning and the end of the semester. As these financial literacy and note-taking workshops pop up in their weeks, I will talk about those more in detail. All right, so that is basically an overview of kind of the components. Whenever we get to week 1 work, I will have a completely separate video that'll go over week 1. I'll kind of show you how it's set up. All the weeks are set up very similar, but it'll go through kind of the overview of the course, the materials folder, which is just what it sounds like, the items you need to know or read or be familiar with, and then the assignment folder. So every week I will have what's called a lecture video, and then I'll have an assignment video. The lecture video is what it sounds like, going over the content, like chapter 1, chapter 2, and so on. The assignment video is walking you through how to complete the assignments for the week. So I really do recommend that you spend some time on those videos because we're online. This is the primary way to get the information versus me being right in front of you. Of course, you can always read through the text, the PowerPoints. There's lots of different ways to get that. All right, so please make sure you are comfortable, familiarize yourself with those. I'm going to talk to you about a couple other features over here. The course messages, this is where you would go to send me a message, where I would go to send you a message. So this is real simple. You just go up to here to create message. You click on to. You can see you're already loaded in there. If you're trying to find me, you just click to instructor, Linda Remark, click on my name, move it over, and then go ahead and type your subject and your message and hit submit. I will reach out to you for the first several weeks in particular, just saying, hey, you're all done with week 1, way to go, just so you know you're on the right track. Announcements, you can already see my announcements are loaded in here, ready to go. I always send several announcements every week. Anything I send in as an announcement, I will also copy and paste into a course message, so you're seeing it multiple ways. So if you've already done your works week and you get a course message that looks just like one of the announcements, don't think I'm targeting you individually. It is literally just everyone is getting it. Okay, so that's the announcements. There's a course calendar, which is basically just an electronic version of the calendar I showed you on that syllabus. So you can see that you have the due dates, for your attendance and where everything else is due right there. And then you have a My Grades area where you can look and see at any time how you're doing with your assignments, kind of making sure that you're not missing anything. And then there's other resources over here. There's a direct link to the digital library, the help desk, some other resources, so you can use those as needed. All right, I hope this was helpful to you. I will be back with a video specifically talking about week 1. You will see the week 1 folder for videos pop up right above this, and it'll go over the week 1 lecture. It'll go over the week 1 assignment video. This video itself that I'm recording right now will be embedded right in here somewhere, so in case you needed to review it again. All right, I look forward to a great semester. See you online soon.